Hello there! Time for a new video. 2018 has been going on for a bit and I really look forward to what this wonderful year has brought us.
Yeah, teenagers are putting detergent pods in their mouths.
No. Okay, let's try again and make the best of this year, shall we? Every year I'm going to Eurofurence. And I have been going there since it was a glorified camping of just 80 people. And now, happily part of the staff of the biggest, and boy oh boy do I have a lot of memories. Today I'd like to share something that haunts me to this day, and we have a good laugh about it. But first, a little background. This Eurofurence was being held in the German city of Magdenburg, a wonderful city filled with balls. No joke, look it up. And during the time it was hosted there was this huge furry parade, and I mean huge. The roads were blocked, people were happy, even the mayor attended, and furries were like everywhere. We went through several small shopping centers and it was fun. From one moment people were just walking around, minding their own business, and the other moment furry apocalypse of 700 plus fursuiters. After the convention was done, we could look back on an amazing few days, and it was also time for fun. In the background, the stages and equipment was being disassembled and people were preparing for the dad dog party. I was one of those people. What was more fun to suit up and fun with friends, especially after such a well done convention. So I did. One moment I had to grab something in the back of the hotel. Now, there were all sorts of rooms for the stuff. You know, people were packing already and were having several things on trolleys. Remember, I come back to this later. Including one of those fancy DDR mats. You know, the hard ones with the hard steel edges. So here I am, happily trying to grab the thing and running around the corner, and suddenly, you know, the sight in a fursuit is very limited. Yeah. So, I did not see the trolley with the DDR mats. Yeah, those, with the sharp steel edges, and my shin made contact with those edges hard. Immediately I fell on the floor, holding my shin, crying it out. While I was laying on the floor, screaming like a stuck warthog on a hyena birthday, one guy saw me and it was the most surreal sight to him ever. Such a happy-go-lucky muzzle, all the smile and joy, accompanied with the sound of pure agony. Fortunately, help never was far away. I dragged myself in one of the rooms and I was helped with some dextro, water, and other than a small cut on my shin, everything seemed fine. It still hurt like no tomorrow though. After some patching up, huzzah for duct tape and tissues, I decided to slowly walk towards my room. Well, I love suiting, but the pain was quite a downer. After a small bath, it still hurt, and a friend of mine told me to, you know, they were going out for dinner, so maybe some num-nums would help. After the num-nums, I indeed felt better. All was fine and dandy, and everything went their merry way, right? So I got on my feet balls, and at that very moment my shin started to feel like it was made out of pure pain. So I tried walking back to the hotel. Fortunately, it was only a few minutes away, and I immediately went for the first aid. But the convention was already over, and the people from the first aid were no longer there. No worries, this is no longer the case. They're there, always watching out for you. Again, fortunately, some friends of mine were quite well known with the art of the whole first aid thingamabob, and I was led to their room. Cue me sitting on the bed and getting yelled at because, well, duct tape and tissues apparently are no way to treat a wound. I didn't know. I'm not a first aid person. I am just a mere cat. So far so good, right? I'm being taken care of. End of story. When they finally got some ice cubes and towels, things were going the right way. Then it hits me, the cold feeling, and my body went nope, and I fainted. Now, in Germany, when you faint, even for a short while, which I did, someone with a medical license needs to be on location. And my friend, both very skilled at what they do, did not have a valid license at the time. So we did the natural thing. We contacted security and asked for someone with a medical license. Do you know the game Telephone? No, not the Angel Dragon. Telephone. where one person says something to another, whispers to another, whispers to another, whispers to another, and in the end something completely different comes out. Yeah, that happened. But of course, we did not know this and we started to wait. Eventually we hear an ambulance whizzing by at the hotel, and another and another. At that moment, my friend said, "Hey, the next one is for you." Guess what? We hear an ambulance approach and it stops in front of the hotel. We hear the doors open and people rushing out and all sorts of German rabble. At this moment, we look at each other in disbelief, and soon they all burst into our room. They had the whole shebang with them, even the machine that goes beep. I mean, then you know, just got serious. They take a look, and man, this stuff is intense. They say everything is fine, but they want to check the stuff in the local hospital. Now, at this moment they ask me to sign something. I read the whole ordeal and I let the others check it out, so I sign it. At this moment, when the pencil lifts from the paper, they immediately lift me into a wheelchair and start to push me to the elevator. But hey, at least the elevator is close to the entrance and I don't have to go through the entire hotel. The elevator was being occupied, so they went through the other side of the hotel and took the elevator down there. But hey, at least it is close to the elevator of the hotel, so I don't have to go through the hallway filled with people from the dead dog party. Like everybody. And you know what furries are like, right? I cover my face as I'm getting pushed in the wheelchair, guided by a small army of Team Fortress 2 style medics. Rumors already forming in their fuzzy or scaly heads. But yeah, before they push me into the waiting ambulance, several people are watching, and I know that some of those are the people that, you know, parrot all those rumors and everything. So I try to yell out everything is fine just before the doors are slammed shut and the ambulance drives away to the hospital. Of course I had to turn off my phone because of all the ambulance equipment driving away from the hotel, leaving everybody a tad confused, and the rumors, oh, the rumors, they start to swell and distort, and you know how it goes with rumor mills, especially those in the furry fandom. Meanwhile, at the hospital, there I was, together with a member of security in the hospital, waiting. Things were surprisingly fine. If it is one thing the Germans are good at, it's efficiency. We didn't have to wait long. I had some x-rays made from my shin and we went off to the doctor. Little did I know, this doctor was shopping at one of those shopping malls that we turned into a rainbow fluffy apocalypse. So yeah, there's that. I entered the doctor's office and he went over the x-rays and gave me some pills, and of course there was a small conversation that ensued about Eurofurence and the huge parade. So he talked to me. "So, are you the meerkat?" "Yes." "You know what the meerkats need from time to time?" "What?" "Stab! Tetanus shots!" Of course, later I heard doctors were trying to make you feel relaxed before administrating stuff like this. Props for the doctor doing it the way he did. I had a good laugh afterwards. My friend from security drove me back. It was a wild trip through Magdenburg. I arrived back in the hotel, and the first furry that approached me when I entered looked rather serious and said, "You know, you look pretty good for a guy who had been hit by a trolley." Seriously? Why yes, I did run into a trolley, but somehow this morphed into a straight crazy story about me getting hit by a tram in the back of the hotel. Yes, in the back of the hotel. Now, how could this rumor be so insane? Well, the telephone line got through. A cockroach, that's why. And people wonder why meerkats eat bugs, or cockroaches in this case. Thank you very much for listening to my Eurofurence story, and I'm looking forward to hear your feedback on this. If you like more stories or crazy memories or crazy encounters that I've had, just let me know in the comments what you think. Have a good one.